Next method of preparation is reductive ozonolysis of alkenes. What do you mean by ozonolysis? It is the breaking of a bond by ozone. Here we'll consider reductive ozonolysis. Let us start with the first example, ethene, which is a symmetrical alkene. Symmetrical alkene, such as ethene, on treatment with ozone in the presence of a non-polar solvent, or inert solvent, such as carbon tetrachloride, or even we can use chloroform at low temperature, the molecule adds up to form ozonide, which is unstable, explosive compound and easily decomposes in the presence of zinc. So ozonide, we have all the three oxygen atom gets added across carbon-carbon double bond. In the presence of zinc, dust and water, that is hydrolysis, the molecule breaks accordingly, will give you formaldehyde. Since it was a symmetrical alkenes, here you will get 2 moles of formaldehyde. Shortcut, we add 2 oxygen atoms across carbon-carbon double bond. Ozonolysis in the presence of hydrolysis and zinc. You add 2 oxygen atoms, you get 2 moles of formaldehyde. So hint is symmetrical alkenes on ozonolysis gives 2 moles of same carbonyl compound. Let us start with some more examples. We have 2-methyl-2-butene, which on ozonolysis first give you the ozonide. Here you see all the 3 oxygen atoms which add across multiple bond, followed by reductive ozonolysis, that is hydrolysis in the presence of zinc. The role of zinc is to prevent the further formation of hydrogen peroxide, which may oxidize the corresponding carbonyl compounds. So we break the molecule accordingly. We'll have acetone, and the other one we have acetaldehyde. Now since it was unsymmetrical alkenes that will give you 2 different carbonyl compounds. Again, shortcut, 2-methyl-2-butene, you add 2 oxygen atoms across carbon-carbon double bond. Now one end oxygen atom, you get acetone, the other end you have acetaldehyde. The another shortcut is, if you see this carbon atom has only alkyl groups, so definitely you will get a ketone. Whereas this carbon atom, one end you have methyl group, the other end you have hydrogen atom, so definitely one of the product is aldehyde. And the best part is, again, you just count the number of carbon atom. Okay, let us see the next one. We have, the reaction is basically used to locate the position and to find the number of double bonds present in alkenes. Now see the related MCQs. An alkenes on ozonolysis gives a mixture of acetaldehyde and acetone. Identify the alkene. Option A, 2-methyl-2-butene. Option B, 2-butene. Option C, 1-butene. And option D, pent-1-ene. Now, how to solve this question? There are a number of shortcuts. One of the shortcut is, we have already that ozonolysis and alkenes on ozonolysis gives a mixture of acetaldehyde and acetone. So it has to be definitely an unsymmetrical alkene, because symmetrical alkenes will give you 2 different products. 2 moles of same carbonyl compound. Unsymmetrical alkenes will give you 2 different products. So 2-butene is anyway ruled out because it is a symmetrical alkene. So it could be either option A, C or D. Fine. Now, let us write down the products. We have acetaldehyde and acetone. Now, the other shortcut is you have to remove oxygen atoms from each of the carbonyl compounds. And then connect them by double bond. That will give you the final product. Then if you number it, it has to be definitely 2-methyl 2-butene, and therefore the correct answer for this question is, yeah, definitely 2-methyl 2-butene. Fine. The next example is, give the reductive ozonolysis of, this is methylene cyclohexane. Now, since it is an unsymmetrical alkene, on reductive ozonolysis will give you two different carbonyl compounds. Ozone followed by hydrolysis in the presence of zinc dust. We generally add two oxygen atoms across that carbon-carbon double bond. It's a shortcut. Previous example, we eliminated oxygen atoms. Followed by the product, you will have CH2 broke. Accordingly, we add two oxygen atoms. One of the product is formaldehyde and the other one is cyclohexanone.